Grace and peace, y'all. I hope everybody had a beautifully blessed day. So, today for me is what I'm going to refer to as Final Boss Day. For anyone who has ever played a video game or know of video games, you know that when you get to the end of the video game, you have to have the face off with the final boss or the big boss, right? Now, in healing, in spiritual healing, that final boss day is when you have done so much substantial healing on yourself that you no longer face triggers, meaning the things that kind of pull you back into them that you give yourself the leeway for, they no longer exist in so many areas. You've uncovered so many areas within that just kept shadow alive, just shine lights on every aspect of you. And lastly, you've torn down the walls that you built to not only keep everyone out, but to also keep you in. After you've done all that, then you face the final boss and you walk into a room. We're going to call it a room. And in this room, you face yourself. This is when you realize that all of the things that hurt you, all of the areas that made you feel broken, all of the pains that you held in your heart, every time your heart ached, every time you cried, you realize in this moment they were all done to you, by you, in real time. Now, what do I mean when I say that? I mean, you realize that you wanted that pain. You wanted that heartache. You wanted to feel those moments. You asked for it. Now, granted, you may not have thought it was going to be that bad, but you did want it. And you wanted it because you knew that after all of that would be transformation. And with that realization, you close the chapters to who you used to be because you realize it was never you, that this was the real you. The one who went through the pain, who swam through it and just said, oh, that was an experience. Got up, shook it off, and decided, I don't need to swim in that no more. And just walked away. This is what coming to the end of healing feels like for those of you who are on the path. For those of you who have started the path. For those of you who are halfway through the path. This is what the end looks like. Where you no longer identify with any aspect of who you used to be. Where you almost look back at yourself and you're like, who is that? And have to remind yourself that that was you at one point. And it feels terrifying and yet amazing. Because you know you'll never be that person again. You know that some of those experiences you didn't need to experience. You knew how they were going to turn out. But you needed to make sure that you would never walk into them blindly. So you were willing to take on those experiences. And now that you have all of the experiences that were relevant to your soul, to make sure that you would know how to walk in your own grace, in your own divinity, in your own peace, you don't have to experience any of those anymore. And life has just become easy. So for those of you who are on the path, who are healing, for those of you who are thinking about healing, advice from the healed, it's glorious over here. It is. all of those things that cause worry, they don't exist anymore. And that is a beautiful thing. So, I'll catch you guys on the other side. Love and light and peace.